Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ruth Kokobasi, and as always, I give you right information about immigration, moving to Malta or within the EU. Today, I'm fortunate enough to meet two lovely women with me, and on my left I have Cecilia, and on my right I have Rafaela, and they're amazing lawyers here in Portugal. So I will be interviewing them based on things regarding to moving and relocating fully to Portugal. And without any hesitation, I'll be leaving the floor to them just to give me a quick intro about self. So, who should I start with?
Okay, I will start by presenting ourselves. We are both, we work for Lincoln Global Partners, a company that is specialized in immigration and providing visas and citizenship processes for our clients. Portugal is an amazing country with amazing views, amazing culture, and amazing food. We can talk so a lot of benefits.
Okay.
Hi guys. So my name is Rafaela. I'm a lawyer. I'm specialized in immigration law, the side of immigration, also asylum, international law, all the relocation services important and needed for all the immigrants that wants to establish their residence in Portugal. And I'm here to talk about different pathways to relocate to Portugal, the different type of visas. So yeah, ask me what you want to know about it.
So, just like every other person looking to moving here, I would like to know like different ways that we can move here or what visas are available to here to Portugal.
So there's very different kind of visas. We have short stay visas, we have temporary visas, and we have residency visas. So for fixing residence in Portugal, you need to apply for a residency visa because that is the only one that allows you to establish residence in Portugal legally.
Okay.
So we have a very known visa. It's called digitalnomad visa for all remote workers. They are working for a company or an organization based outside of Portugal. They can apply for this visa. There's some requirements for this visa, namely the salary. They need to earn at least the minimum wage of Portugal 4 times. So it is around 3,250 euros. They need to prove that. And of course, some legal documentation that is their tax residency, where they came from, etc. All the company documentations, the work contract, and they are eligible and can apply for it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Is there any other routes?
Yes.
Any other process?
Of course. There's one. It's called the D7 passive income visa.
Okay.
It's for those that have own passive income. So basically, financial assets, movable assets, immovable assets. They need to prove that they receive monthly a stable, regular income, at least equal or above of the Portuguese minimum wage. So we are talking about 820 euros.
Okay.
And then if they can prove that, they are eligible for that, and they can just go to the D7 passive income. Other kind of visas, you have also the D2 visa. What is the D2 visa? It's a startup visa. So basically, you need to open a company in Portugal, or you can register your activity for the tax office as an independent service provider, as a freelance.
Okay, so that's like an investment student.
Yes, kind of. Yes, there's no minimum investment for this specific visa. But basically, if you want to open a company, you need to make a business plan where it will be reflected all the investment that you want to do in Portugal. So it will depend on the activity and the scope of the society.
Okay.
Yes.
So as it is, we've given you three routes to move to Portugal: the digital nomad, the D2, and
D7.
D7. These are different routes you can come to Portugal.
So complement the D7 visa, you can also work in Portugal.
With the D7.
With the D7, yeah. The only way you cannot work for a Portuguese company is the digital.
Okay, so with the digital nomad, you cannot work in Portugal with that visa.
No, you can, but not for Portugal company.
Okay, so you can work for an outside company, not within Portugal. That's for digital nomad.
Yeah.
Okay, so for the digital nomad, just to be clear, you can't work for any company in Portugal. It has to be outside of Portugal.
Exactly.
But for the other visas, D2 and D7, yes, if I'm pronouncing it well.
Yes,
yeah, you can work in Portugal.
Exactly. And sorry to interrupt, but of course, beside of these visas, you had also the student visa, the work visa, and the Poland visa. What is the Poland visa?
Yeah.
for such investors that want to invest in Portugal, and there's minimum amounts. The minimum amount of investment is 250,000 euros. You need to invest in research and cultural activities in Portugal. And there's other investments, and you can open a company and create at least 8 permanent jobs or 10 permanent jobs, depends on the area of Portugal you're talking about. If it's here in Lisbon, where we are now, you need to at least create 10 permanent jobs. And that's for the golden visa. That's for the golden visa. For example, if the client wants to apply for the D2 to open a company in Portugal, but if they want to create permanent job, like for example, an Uber company or a cleaning company, it's very easy to create the permanent jobs. So in that route, maybe it's better to apply for the golden visa. Why? Because the golden visa is the only visa that will allow the clients, the applicants, to stay 7 days per year in each residency here in Portugal. After 5 years, they can apply for the Portuguese citizenship. So it's the only one that allow you to spend just a holiday per year in Portugal, and then you can go straight to the citizenship. Okay. Yeah. You can also invest in funds with golden visa. Exactly. So there's a lot of different types of funds that you can invest in, a minimum of 500,000 euros. And you can invest in different types of funds, such as agricultural funds or hospitality funds. Okay, you just cannot invest in real estate funds because the law recently changed about it. Okay, exactly. But there's a lot of other funds and technological funds, biotechnological funds, and yeah. There's a lot of things going on.
Yeah, I mean, like there are lots of ways to move here. So if you have the ability to invest in those routes, I mean, you can always do that.
Exactly. That's why you need an immigration lawyer
to do that for you.
Exactly.
They already vet everything for you and give you options that say, okay, yes, you can go for this. No, don't go for that. Exactly. It's just like an advice, counseling. Exactly. So, okay.
We tailor, we can tailor your path. So you can tell us what are your background, what you prefer, what you don't prefer, so we can see which visa fits you better. Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. So aside from that, I want to know to Portugal. What has Portugal got to give me? Like, what are the benefits of moving here?
Okay. We have a lot of benefits, namely the climate. It's very fantastic. Of course, in winter we have rainy days, but in the summer we have fantastic sunny days. So we have the different landscapes. We have mountains, we have beaches, we have the interior, like the agriculture area, very countryside as well. We have cities, big cities. We have everything a little bit. So we are the west point of Europe. So there's a lot of how can I say this? We are like the point of entrance in Europe. Okay. And regarding the tax system, there's numerous tax benefits. You can apply for the NHR if you are a high qualified worker. Okay, the law changed as well for that tax regime as well. And of course, the taxes you only will pay from the moment you became a tax resident, and that will be from the date you receive a residency card in Portugal. So by law, you will be a tax resident in the moment you will receive your residency card in Portugal. And the tax rate will depend. Exactly.
So the residency
this is the residency card right there.
So how long do you have to stay in Portugal to get one?
So basically, for the residency, the first residency card is valid for 2 years. The second one is valid for 3 years. The other one, the third one, is also valid for 3 years. And then after 5 years of legal residency, you can apply to Portuguese citizenship, being a holder of a Portuguese passport, or you can apply for the permanent residency. That is also with this is the same type of residency card, but it will be valid for 5 years and not only for 2 or 3. How much time you need to spend in Portugal? You need to be in Portugal at least 6 months continuously each residence year, or 8 months intercalated. In the golden visa is the only one that allows you to spend 7 days per year. And another benefit of living in Portugal for those that are not EU citizens is that it opens doors to the other EU countries with easy access to the other countries because of the Schengen area. Sorry,
this Schengen country.
No, it's 27 at the
27.
moment.
Okay.
27 countries. So you have the free movement from the beginning. You have a residency card. You
Okay.
can go to other EU countries. You can spend there 90 days. It's the same like a Schengen visa. So you can be tourism in those countries, but you cannot fix residency or work there. For that purposes, you need to apply for residency in that EU country. But once you have your Portuguese passport or a permanent residency, you can work there, you can live there, you can do whatever you want. It's all Schengen area.
Okay, that's amazing.
Yes.
Aside from that as well, I have a toddler and I would like to know the education system here.
Of course.
Say I move here with the D7 or D2 visas. Is he eligible to go to school here for free?
Of course, of course. We have public education, we have private, we have international schools. So it will depend on the client's needs. So it depends totally on them. And for your daughter, she can apply immediately to the school in the public school, and we can take care of that as well.
Oh, okay, okay. What's the cost of living here in Portugal?
Okay, at the moment, as a Portuguese citizen, the minimum wage at the moment is 820 euros. Of course, the rents and all the real estate market is a bit fluctuated because of all the investments they are making here in Portugal. It's a good thing. It's also a bad thing for Portuguese citizen, but we are now trying to change the law. Our government will have I'm for sure they will try to change this in name of all immigrants and Portuguese citizens, because a Portuguese citizen or an immigrant that is living actually here in Lisbon, they are paying rents that can be between 500, 600, 700, depends on the place that we are talking about. So if they receive the minimum wage, it can be tricky, but there's a lot of job opportunities, a lot of investments, a lot of things that we can do here. So, from my point of view, it is quite interesting to invest in Portugal and be in Portugal because we need immigrants here. We need it.
And the cost of living in Rafaela said in the city you were located. So cities in the middle of Portugal are not the main cities like Porto and Lisbon. Another cities they have lower cost of living, which is great. And the coastal city are really nice and they have a really nice beaches, very city, as Rafael said. So you can find lower rents to live, and of course, good schools. And they have good public education in the whole country and private education as well.
Yes, and aside of that, I think the most important thing that we need to talk about today here is our safety. Portugal is the most safest country in the world.
Yes.
I park my car, I have my window open in my car, and no one goes there. It's like we'll be there all the time.
I literally see policemen
all
the time on the streets. Yeah. So I wanted to ask about the security here in Portugal, but I'm like, okay, for them to be moving around, it should be quite secure because you have people to what's it called now? To talk to and to point out. So I mean, it's safe
It's very safe. You can walk on the street during the night. Me as a woman, I don't feel safe in other countries to walk alone in the street, but here I feel very safe. I walk with my phone in my hand, and I don't feel unsafe.
Of course, we should take care of everything. Everything, anything is pink,
always
it's very safe.
Patrolling here, so I think it's safe, guys. So also, I was thinking about places. Do you have like any place you would advise someone to move and live here in Portugal?
Sure. So I can recommend you the west coast of Portugal. So starting from here, from Lisbon until north, you have all the west coast. So we have Cascais, we have Sintra, we have Ericeira, we have Santa Cruz, we have Peniche,
Okay.
we have Baleal, we have Nazaré. It's all...
I wish I can pronounce.
No, it's amazing towns. You're between the city. You're like 30 minutes from Lisbon, so you can take the car and go to the city. And you'll go back to your hometown and appreciate the sunset by the beach. Very quality of life. It's very important nowadays. I think everyone wants a quiet place to live without traffic and without any
disturbance.
Exactly.
I would also suggest that interior cities like they have really great interior cities, and it's close to Lisbon or to the Algarve here, and they have good cost of living and a good farms to live right next to it if you prefer not to live close.
In
The
the West Coast.
The south and the interior is amazing.
Okay.
Me as a Portuguese citizen, when I want to take my go for holidays, sometimes I go to the south of Portugal and it's amazing.
You just relax.
Eat a very good food.
It sounds all exciting, right? So, what are the processes step by step? How to apply for these visas?
So once the client wants to apply, we will take care of all the documentation, all the necessary steps, such as the Portuguese tax-paying number, the bank account, because you need a bank account. So you can apply for the visa, and then we will schedule you an appointment before the Portuguese consulate from the country of origin or country of residency. And then once we schedule, we will assist the client in all the steps for the biometrics, hand over the documentation. After that appointment, once the visa is approved, they normally take 1-2 months to approve the visa. The client will travel to Portugal to attend the second stage of the process, the biometrics for the residency card. And then after 1 month of that appointment, it will be issued the residency card. So let's say between 4 to 6 months, it will take that time to get the residency card in Portugal.
Okay, that's great. So, do you know how much it will cost to actually start the process?
So it really depends on the type of category of the visa that we are talking about. But for example, for a residency visa in the Portuguese conclave or before the VFS, the external service provider of the embassies, normally the cost of the visa is around €90 just for filing the visa. And then beside of that, of course,
you say 90.
€90, exactly. It's very cheap. Very cheap. But beside of that, of course, there's some costs regarding the accommodation in Portugal. They need to have a rental agreement or to buy a property or something like that. So that will depend. But let's say if they make the lease agreement, they need to pay at least the rent. That can be an average of 500, 600, 700, something like that.
Okay.
And of course, the personal documentation, the legalization of the documentation. So let's say everything together around 1,000, 2,000, and then of course all the legal fees and all the necessary costs for living in Portugal.
I mean, you guys just had an election recently.
Yeah,
Do you
exactly.
think this will affect the cost of living generally?
Yes, you can say that, of course, the government will change some laws, but as I told you, if the government really wants people to invest in Portugal, so they will approve laws that
Favorable to the country.
and it's favorable for people to invest in here.
Exactly.
Yes, so people that are here that move to Portugal legally and they have done the whole process, and they acquire their visa and they are residence permit, they won't be affected by the laws. If they approve some laws, it would be against probably the illegal immigration, but not against legal people that are here. They are investing here. They are legal Portuguese economy. Exactly.
They are part of our society, so they won't be affected of anything. But of course, the elections, they cause some stress between all immigrants and Portuguese citizens. But we should also wait because it's all speculation. And of course, there's some restrictions, not just in Portugal, but all Europe. Okay. European Union have a lot of impact in Portugal because they are the ones, they will say what is going they are the ones they will define what is the immigration and asylum policy in Europe, because it's the Schengen area. We are a community, so we need to stick with all the rules that are applied in all EU countries. So that's why we should take wait till more decisions will be taken.
So do you think this is the right time to move here?
Yes, it's always a yes. We are now in the springtime, so yeah, sun is coming. We should come.
And even in the winter, it's not that cold as other European countries. Exactly. So Portugal is always a good idea.
Yeah. How long have you been here?
4 years.
How long have you been here?
From since ever. No, I'm joking. Actually, I'm half Portuguese and half Dutch, so
Okay.
I have both nationalities from the Netherlands and from Portugal.
Yeah.
But my whole family, all friends, we are all from here. Yes.
Yeah, okay. So if I finally move to Portugal, are there any clauses that might restrict me from moving forward to actually getting my residency or my passports?
No. In the first approach, I didn't think so. Okay, it will depend. If you apply for a visa before for other EU country and you get denied for some very strong reason, of course it can affect the process itself, because we are talking about the European Union and community. So if Spain or Germany or Netherlands or France denied a visa for some very strong reason, for example, if you have criminal background, if you are in the list of searched people's policy system, Schengen system, if you or a terrorist, something like that. Of course, you cannot apply for a visa. So.
Okay. Yeah. So it doesn't, I don't have any restrictions after if I'm clear.
Exactly. Exactly.
Sure. All this background is clear. You are allowed to apply for the visa everywhere.
I think this is the same in the United States,
Yeah.
in Australia, UK. So
No, I mean, I have cleared all my background checks, yes. And then I moved to Portugal. I'm residing in Portugal. And then you said you're supposed to get this in 6 months of staying here.
yes.
In less than 6 months, I do something is there something that I can do that will hinder me from getting this?
No. There's nothing that it won't affect the process, because you will apply from the consulate, from the country of origin. So once you apply from the embassy, it will be granted. Okay? This residency card is automatically granted from the moment they approve your visa.
Okay.
Difference is if you enter as a tourist in Portugal with the Schengen visa. We have a lot of immigrants, they enter with the Schengen visa in Portugal, and they let the expiration date hang, and they just stay in Portugal and apply for a residency directly from here. Of course, it's a possibility. It's not the legal route. It's not what I recommend for you, but it's possible. But it's just for those cases they want to search for a different life from the country of origin. They are seeking an asylum, say like that. And I think it's not illegal. It's not the legal, say, route, but it's always possible, because Portugal is one of the countries of Europe that allows that.
Okay.
We are very human. Yes.
Okay.
Immigrant.
Yes.
Okay. So, do you have any words of encouragement for people that are looking to move to Portugal to reside permanently? Like, to encourage them to that this city is safe for you, and you can always move here. There's good education for the kids.
Exactly.
There is good security.
Public healthcare, very important.
Do you have any other contribution to?
No, after 5 years of legal residency, you can apply for the Portuguese citizenship. And if you became a Portuguese citizen, you are a European citizen. So that is the most benefit thing, because no other country allows you to apply for the Portuguese passport after 5 years. We are the only ones.
Okay. Yeah, the Portuguese citizenship pathway is one of the fastest one compared to the other EU countries.
Exactly.
And as an immigrant here, I can assure you that this country is very safe, and it's easy to access the healthcare system and the other things that mostly only citizens can get it easier. We can getting as an easy way also, just like getting your background check here, your police background check. I can get mine as an immigrant in Portugal as fast as a Portuguese person would. So it's a very immigrant friendly country. And another thing that is good, that it's a very technological country. So you can access everything about the government via the website, and you can get a lot of information from the website, and everything that you want. If you want to get close to a meeting as the doctor, you can go easily arrange a meeting there by the app of the government. So it's a very easy way to.
You don't need like an insurance to go to the hospital. You have an accident, you can go straight to the hospital. No one will ask you, do you have an insurance? No, you can just go there and just pay very less taxes on it.
Yes.
It's amazing. And just to finalize, the Portuguese passport is one of the most powerful passports in the world, like in the fifth or seventh position in index passport. And then why? Because you can enter freely in a lot of countries. You can, yes, exactly. It's my passport. Powerful passport. You can enter in a lot of countries in the world without having the visa stamp. For example, me as a Portuguese, I can go to the United States of America. I just ask for an ESTA visa. It's cost like 30 euros. And you can go to the America, the United States. And that's it. Very simple. I can go to Costa Rica. I can go to other countries. I can go to United Arab Emirates without a visa, for example. So there's a lot of benefit to be a Portuguese citizen.
when you are here after 5 years, as Rafaela said, you can apply for the Portuguese citizenship, and you have to do a Portuguese test. But it's not that difficult. You only have to reach the A2 level.
But there's a language school you can actually attend.
Right. And after during these 5 years, you can learn Portuguese.
Okay.
For the Portuguese test, you will have after this 5 years. And the European language level is divided in A1, A2, B1, B2, C1, and C2. And they only want you to know A2 level Portuguese.
Yeah, it's very
basic Portuguese.
It's just like, yes,
have a
no,
conversation.
no.
Thank you.
It's a basic conversation. If you can handle a basic conversation in Portuguese,
It's totally fine.
yeah.
Okay. So, what specific visas is really easy to gain to Portugal?
So, as we mentioned in the beginning, that's why I started to talk about the D8 and the D7 and the D2, because it depends on the background of the clients. The other ones depends on something in Portugal. For example, the work visa, you need a work contract to enter in Portugal. So it can be difficult because how can you have a work contract without being here?
Yes.
So that's why we recommend you to apply for the D8, the digital nomad visa, the D7 passive income visa, or startup visa, because it will allows you to go to Portugal, invest here, and participate in our economy and society, and that's it.
Okay. Okay.
And just another thing, Portugal is a very English friendly country, so everyone here speaks English, and so they can understand you if you don't know Portuguese at the beginning, so you're still learning.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think it's really easy to learn Portuguese because even though people speak English, they most likely lean to Portuguese.
Yes.
So there is no way you're going to want to come here and you don't want to learn it.
Yes.
So you can pick it up even in like a month.
Yes, and there's another thing, because we are a very social country. We have a lot of things going on. In the afternoon, after work, the work time, you go grab a beer and talk with your colleagues. We have a lot of social things going on, and so that gives you the goal to learn Portuguese.
Yes. Guys, I hope you've learned one or two from my lovely ladies here. It is an amazing thing to have you. I thank you for even accepting to do this with us, because
Thank you so
I know
much.
how much time you have to do this and do that.
Sure.
So guys, if you have any further questions regarding moving to Portugal, if you need a lawyer, you can always ask in the comment section, and I'm more than happy to assist you with these ladies with how you can contact them. So guys, until our next vlog, if you like this content, please share, like, and also subscribe. Until next time.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
See you in Portugal. Ciao.